U.S. Defense Chief Pete Hegseth paying a visit to Panama amid repeated demands by the U.S. president that it take back a key shipping lane. Ms. Hegseth will visit the Panama Canal as well as meet President José Raúl Mulino, who American officials call a willing partner in tackling Chinese influence in the waterway. Mr. Trump has repeatedly claimed that alleged Chinese control of operations there threatens U.S. national security, an allegation denied by both Panama and Beijing. Meanwhile, a deal that would have effectively given Washington control of two key ports along the canal is facing a roadblock. Hong Kong firm CK Hutchison is accused of failing to uphold its contract to Panama. A report by Panama's top auditor suggests that CK Hutchison's subsidiary, that's Panama Ports, benefited from tax exemptions and concessions granted by the local government. Bloomberg says the audit revealed the use of tax breaks to save $850 million in the first 25 years of the contract period. That's more than half of what is actually owed in payments. CK Hutchison is also accused of breaching its agreement to share 10% of net income with Panama's government. And as U.S.-China geopolitical tensions continue, the fight over the strategic trade route impacts not just big businesses, but also ordinary people. CNA's Olivia Siong with this report.
49-year-old Chinese national Zhou Mei regularly posts snippets of her work and life in Panama on social media.
我们的这个办公室呢，是可以看到这个太平洋的这个海景，那么同时呢，也可以看到 巴拿马运河上等候过运河的这些船只。
She expanded her shipping business in Shanghai to the country in 2004 after marrying a Panamanian. That's way before Chinese presence there surged after Panama switched diplomatic ties from Taiwan to Beijing in 2017.
我就很想通过这个什么样的渠道，不光是让为我的家人，通常呢也想让我的这个很多的航运客户了解巴拿马，包括有很多的这个我的好朋友对这个巴拿马的旅游资源他们也不了解，所以对我而言呢，就是非常好的一个契机。
The mother of two notes her videos have garnered more attention of late after U.S. President Donald Trump ramped up calls to take the Panama Canal back from what he termed China control since taking office, putting the tiny country of 4.5 million people on the map.
特朗普在全世界给巴拿马打了一通免费的广告，这个效应还是很高的。
For Panamanian undergraduate Moses Castillo, who studies in Beijing, the newfound fame of his country is not something to be celebrated. Moses is among many young Panamanians granted a Chinese government scholarship to study in China. The 23-year-old was concerned when he first heard the news that Panama was pulling out of the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI.
I was kind of sad, frustrated, a little bit worried, like if the relationships between China and Panama is like difficult, and how is that gonna affect my future, and also me being here, like how that's gonna affect, and me having a scholarship here also.
The second-year undergrad says he chose to study in China partly due to its affordability, but also the potential opportunities. He says he has already received some job offers from Chinese companies operating in Panama.
I'm studying civil engineering, and I chose that because Panama is a developing country, so we need a lot of infrastructures like bridges, railways, and things like that. So I was thinking, like, yeah, it's a good opportunity. And at that time, China was also investing a lot in Latin America with infrastructure projects. So I was thinking maybe I could also work in some of these in the future, maybe.
Panama lies more than 14,000 kilometers away from where we are in Beijing across the Pacific Ocean. Now, while China is Panama's top trading partner, the country also plays a significant role geographically when it comes to connectivity and trade, and as a gateway to South America, a region that China has been trying to deepen its connections with as it seeks out resources like lithium and agricultural products like soybean and corn. About a fifth of the cargo passing through the Panama Canal belongs to China, making it the second largest user after the U.S. Against this backdrop, China reacted strongly to Hong Kong-listed CK Hutchinson's sale of its Panama port operations to a consortium led by American investment firm BlackRock. Analysts said the diplomatic victory over the Panama Canal will likely motivate the Trump administration to repeat the stunt. One analyst predicts that the number of signatories to the BRI could shrink by 20 to 30 countries in a year.
What's important are the politics and the optics, and one cannot overstate how important this is. That forcing a country to withdraw from the Belt and Road and seeing the reaction that Trump and Marco Rubio got in the United States among their base is going to motivate them to do this now in dozens of other countries. That doesn't mean the BRI is finished. That doesn't mean it takes away from the longer-term strategy of what the BRI set out to do and what the Chinese are set to do. It just means they have to recalibrate in a much more contentious environment. The first and foremost priority for Xi Jinping today is protecting the domestic economy. He's got to keep that domestic economy moving forward. And so I think the U.S.-China relationship is more important than the China-Panama relationship. So they're kind of going to let Panama go.
Brazil has become China's largest trading partner in Latin America, even though it's not a signatory of the BRI. So experts expect trade to remain robust with the region. This also as this year marks the 10th anniversary of a cooperation forum between China and Latin America, as well as Caribbean states. Olivia Siong, CNA, Beijing.